Hello, everybody. How are we on this fine, fine night? Oh, I need to. Mute that. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. So, okay. Good. Okay, now I'm ready. So, I realized that I never actually introduced myself last night during the rookie or prospect showcase. My name is Enoch. I am the GM of the New York Voyagers. And tonight, we have the season 36 class minor league draft. It's exciting. I love drafts. And I have with me tonight, we have a few people. So I'm going to let them in here first. So hang on one second. All right. So we have first from the Kansas City Hepcats GM, Leatherneck Mike. Say hi, Mike.
You finally let me out of that damn cage. Thought I was never gonna get out. You gonna let
Hmm.
the others out now?
No, not yet. So,
Oh God. Hang on a little longer.
all right. So, all right. And next we have Lumosity Fan, who is the GM of the California Firehawks. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Alrighty. Next we have the co-GM of the Bruce City Bears, Punk, 42 AE. Say hi, Punk.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
All right. And last, he is not a GM, but he is the head recruiter in the league. So probably a lot of how you guys got to the league is because of what he has done. And that is Matt Bake. And so say hi, Matt.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Alrighty. Okay, so well, why don't we let's see here. So let's just get into this, and you guys can see my screen, right? I just want to make sure that you guys can.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So this is always fun.
We think he's done this before, folks. We swear we think so.
No. You see. I've always said it's like if I'm streaming outside of the prospect showcase, you know that something seriously has gone wrong. So. so this is I am the break glass in case of emergency thing. So this is it.
Yeah, he's the fire extinguisher you haven't changed in 25 years at your workplace.
Exactly.
Your friend.
So granted, we haven't had to use the break glass option in a few seasons. So anyways. So, well, before we start, as you know, the GMs are here. How did you guys felt about your drafts without giving too much away? And was there any particular focus that you guys had for your teams, or or anything?
Well, I mean, I guess I can start first. I felt good about the draft. I think it played out really interestingly. Get the drama going without anything actually being said. No, I thought it was interesting. I thought the class was fine. Last year's class was really interesting to me because two classes ago we had about 10 billion people and everybody was good. And then last year we had way less people. Honestly, kind of a smaller-ish class as of recent, but literally everyone was good. I mean, that thing was deep. Like one of our third rounders just went in the first round, Miss. This year feels like a normal traditional class. The first two rounds are, of this era of recruitment, drafting, whatever. The first two rounds are good, and then the third round is okay, and the fourth round is you're hoping for is lottery tickets, basically. This kind of feels like a normal depth draft to me. So I think you're going to see the top two rounds turn good. That'll be your first round and a half of that majors draft next year, and then the thing is minors GMs that we do is our goal is to take those third and fourth rounders and see if we can get them get them engaged the locker room. Try and do that with the ones and twos, obviously, but those guys are more naturally driven by the way that we pick them. We want the naturally driven ones for us. Actives are good. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have to say last season's draft, I don't know how it really was at the time with the minors, but I personally think that it turned out later on to be a relatively deep draft for the majors. So that's it was a pretty good class at least as of right now. So
There's also a really nice amount of waivers too.
yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair.
So that's always that's kind of always the case. We always trickled in. So it's fun seeing the waiver people coming in as well. But I'm not gonna hold this up anymore. So let's kind of get into it. Let's. All right. So this is currently what the first round looks like. If for anybody who don't know, the draft order is based on the reverse standing of the previous seasons. So Rana's having the best regular season record. I think it was actually a tiebreaker if I remember correctly. With the Dillos, they have the last pick of the round, and the Swifties, unfortunately, being record-wise the worst team, gets the number one pick. So not that difficult. So we're gonna get into it first. So hang on one second. I'm gonna get myself prepared because I have another sheet that I need to use. There we go.
I do believe, I could be wrong, I think I might be off by a year, but I think this is like the fourth out of the last five the Swifties have had the number one pick or something there. Beaver is no stranger to this high pressure selection.
I think that sounds about right.
I think it's like the third in a row, but I'm not as confident about that part.
We can look back later, but yeah, we can look back later. All the drafts are posted in the draft section of the forum, so if you ever want to go and look back at previous picks and stuff, it's actually kind of fun to compare like minor league draft and then the majors, because one, well, we mentioned before, there are waivers, so people kind of sneak in there. Two, there are people picked in the minors that would go a lot lower for whatever reason than in the majors. So and I think we'll see that a little bit here. But without further ado, we're gonna go with the first pick of the season 35 minor league draft, season 36 class. Actually, I named this 36. I probably should have changed it to 35. Well, whatever. Too
no
late
one
now.
knows what number it is.
I don't care what number.
No one
I
understands.
go by the class. So all right.
It's a season 36 draft because you rookies are season 36. Even though we're going into season 35, keep it straight in your head if you can.
Yeah.
Math is too much. So this is so okay. So now, with the first pick of the
worst drum roll
S35.
ever.
Hey, I never said I could do a good drum roll, okay? And I don't have a soundboard like Sarah, so I'm sorry.
See, there it is. Come on.
I'm not
but
banging
I don't
on
have
anything, so
I
I don't
think
have the
Punk
room. So.
did.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
All right, all right. This is. Whatever.
Anyway, let's get going. Come
Swifties, number
Yes.
1, and they will select Nemer Cove. Is that supposed to be a K?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Oh boy. We have a first
You
mistake
know
of the year.
why? And I think I know why.
No.
And I would tell you this right now. So first, I want to apologize I would want to apologize to everybody for misspelling in this because you know what happened? The minor league draft board was filled with errors in terms of typos.
Oh, what?
Oh, really?
Huh.
And I
should've
didn't
noticed
think
that.
about that
Oh.
until just
I guess
now.
we should have got through that.
because
Okay, close
because
enough,
I was
so.
because I was doing all these changes in the sim file and I couldn't find some of the people, and I realized that it was all spelled wrong. And this is one of them. And user is Ramen Amen, and Ramen Amen, I apologize for that. I will find someone to blame, and we
I
will
can tell you
shame
who
them,
it is. I just won't tell them now.
and we will shame them.
We're
Taco
gonna
shop.
have
What?
to apologize to Evok though, considering that
Yes, it is.
that's
Yes,
what that
it,
is,
yes,
so.
that it's supposed to be Evok backwards. So, anyways, congratulations to Robin. I was a former Swiftie, so it's actually it is a despite the fact that they do have a lot of number one picks, it is a fun place to be. So so I so and do you guys have? Oh, you know what? Let me read this first. This is from Beaver. So we had a great scouting conversation with Cove and everyone I know from SHL who's familiar and had good things to say, making them a perfect mixture of proven and fresh blood. Add that starting pitching was our biggest weakness heading into this season, and the stars really align for us here. So yeah, pitchers tend to go really fast in the minors. It's no secret. Everybody wants the pitchers, so you usually see pitchers go up really high. So obviously it depends on team needs and stuff. But do you guys have anything to say? I know you guys likely scouted him and may have some other input.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'll
just wanted
just
to.
say-
Oh, sorry, you can
Go
go.
ahead, Luna.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say that when I scouted him, I was really excited at the possibility of getting him. Obviously that did not happen, but yeah, I'm sure he'll do a great job in the minors.
I'll just say that Ramen was one of the first to join in this class, and also a first gen, which you don't usually see as a first overall. So great pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Ramen's also a SHL minors GM, and used to be the head of the J Awards team. Stepping down right now, but there's a lot of stuff there. So.
Well, welcome to the league, and congratulations of being the number one pick. And I hope you have a great season. And yeah, so we will move on. And the second pick of this draft is owned by the Wheelers, and they will select Michael Ferris Brewer Jr. Now, I don't know why there's an R there because I keep wanting to say Bueller, and it's just like it bugs me that there's an R in there.
Is
But
it not supposed to be Bueller?
no, it's Brewer. It's correct.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
correct. And it bugs me. And so but Braves fan 8021 is the user. This is a center fielder. I don't know who the render is. Is that okay? Well, I'll look that up later. But
Jay Hay?
huh? Is that Jason Hayward?
Well, he's got the beard and
I was gonna
the
say, I was like,
face
it looks like
protection
it
plate,
looks like Jason Hayward, but
and
I'm
it
not
looks
sure.
like his arm angle because he
Yeah.
drops the elbows and.
Seeing
That might be Jason
Michael
Hayward.
Harris. They say Michael Harris
Harris.
Jr.
Oh, Michael Harris. Okay, somebody
Okay,
else first
alright.
that
Okay.
face protector.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways,
Anywho,
so the Wheelers picking up a center fielder, and this with the number 2 pick. This is from Jimbo on Michael Ferris Brewer, taking over Anchorage and with Pandakazi. We knew quickly we had a lot of holes to fill, and we're between having a outfielder or a starting pitcher. It was a tough choice, and there was a lot of good options. But one of the things that really made this choice was out of all our scouting, they were actually the only person who sold themselves as being someone who teams need to consider being number 1 overall or an early first. We decided, hey, that's determination. And while we weren't pick number 1, we figured we give them as close to that as we could. So we did. Okay, that was worded a little funny, but okay. But basically, they sold themselves. Okay.
well, no, I can like elaborate on that. Like I understand what he's saying there because I talked to this guy myself, and he created on really late. He created basically right before the draft. And it's very weird to see those guys go in the first round. So you know already he's a really unique talent in that regard. He's probably the most unique scouting conversation I've ever had. He is, I think, the only guy that I have ever had in the minors tell me he wanted to go in the first round, or as Jimbo said there, early in the first round. And he didn't just mouth at it. He had the talk to back it up. He talked about team needs, wanting to get involved with the team. It was another very interesting thing too. Is I mean, he talked about writing a lot and doing a lot he could to earn, but it's really all about the team. It was very unique and very interesting. It wasn't like, oh, I want to be HO someday or something. It wasn't about the league. It was about whatever team he went to. Seems like a very loyal guy. So this is a very good pick at 2. I would immediately say that he is a candidate for number 1 in the majors draft next year. He's probably my favorite coming out of the draft. Everybody considered, he is a fantastic pick. I would probably say he's a steal at 2nd overall. As weird as it is to have a steal there, he is absolutely marvelous. Can't say enough about my conversation with this guy. In fact, he's the only person I've ever talked to, and I've been in this league for a minute. I've been here a while. I've been here since season 21. I've been scouting since season 22. He is the only guy on draft day today who messaged me on Discord and said, hey, thanks for scouting. Loved our conversation. As a player, and not as a recreate player, as a first-time player. Marvelous.
Yeah, I definitely agree with him. When I messaged him to scout, I was so impressed that he had this whole spiel about, as you mentioned, team needs and like how he's gonna earn. I was like, wow, I have never seen someone save as much time as possible in my scouting. So thank you for that. And second of all, really seemed dedicated. And again, just like the first pick, I really wish that I would have had the chance to draft him. Obviously, that did not happen, but I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Alrighty. Great. Really good stuff. So good luck, Braves fan 8021, and wish you the best in Anchorage. So really, that's a nice color, by the way. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And before I just want a huge shout out and thank you to the Sim Graphics team. The minors are actually, I mean, as tough as it is to do the majors, the minors are even worse because they have so much less time to do it. And they are busting their butts to get it all done. And I know that even up to this morning, they were getting all of it all done. And so, I I am forever grateful to them for all the work that they do. And so
it might be a little easier for them if a certain team wouldn't hold for trades on their picks. I'm not looking at you or anything.
All right, so now let's keep moving on. The number 3 pick belongs to the Chicago Kingpins, and with that, they will select. I don't even understand. Chicharon DePolo?
Maybe.
Ron DePolo?
Yeah.
Chicharon
right.
DePolo? Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Pollo. I think it's chicken.
Oh yeah, that's true. DePollo.
Chicharon
Yes, it's
de
from.
pollo, yeah.
Yes, I obviously I don't know any Spanish,
Oh.
and I am absolutely like ignorant. So I apologize for that. But thanks, Chris, for the incredibly difficult name. So I blame Chris for this. So anyways, the user is Chris Brick Square, whose first player was Chris Brick Square. He is the co-GM of the San Antonio Sloths and a former Kingpin, and he gets to return home. So I'm gonna read off what this is what Tick, the co-GM of the Kingpin, sent me about it. Chris Brick Square, an ex-Kingpin and a Majors GM. This pick was a no-brainer for us with a proven track record in building great players. We know he's going to develop into a lockdown reliever and provide some much-needed help for our bullpen. We look forward to having him in the locker room. So, all right. Any quick blurbs about Chris? I think everybody kind of expected him to go back to Chicago, so I don't know if anybody really spent much time trying to convince him otherwise. But
No, he was actually open to going other places, but Chicago wound up grabbing him 3rd. Reliever is kind of like on the surface of it. Reliever is kind of weird at 3rd overall, but then you realize that as young as Chicago is and as well built as they are, because they got absolutely gutted to an absurd level 2 seasons ago, this is kind of what they needed. And bring a guy back home. Great locker room guy. Just, what's more valuable than your locker room at the end of the day?
Yeah, definitely. So, happy that Chris gets to be a Kingpin one more time, and I wish him the best. And yeah, relievers are interesting because they tend to get caught up a lot faster, and it's hard to kind of determine, when to draft them properly, because you don't want, like you don't want someone there just for a season and then they're gone, and then you just so
Well,
anyway.
and you have the added complication of it being a GM here. And one of the things that we think about as minors GMs, yes, it's about development, but on the other hand, we do have teams and we do like winning, and winning breeds good environments. And one of the things that gets so interesting in our heads about GM selections is, Bricksquare isn't beholden to us, whatever minors team, in any way. He's beholden to San Antonio. So if he's got to go up after one season to save the cap and throw 6 innings a year, that's what he's got to do.
Yeah, this is why I always ask them, like, how. Obviously, I don't expect them necessarily to know how long they want to stay down, but I at least ask if you have an idea, just so I know, like, if it's like 1, 2, 3 years, just have an idea of what my plans are.
Yep. Yeah, that's the fun part of being a minors GM, to kind of juggle all of that. So I am no stranger to that. So all right, with the number 4 pick, that is to the Florida Flamingos, and they will select. What can I say? Except you're welcome. That is, the user is Rabbit Sponge 21.
Is that what that mess is supposed to be?
Yes, that is what that is. What
Oh
can I
my
say
God.
except you're
It's been
welcome?
a while.
And so, Rabbit Sponge is the GM of the Maui Makos. He was the former GM of the Vancouver Vandals way back in the day, and former streamer, former whatever, like whatever. He did a bunch of stuff. So, but if you guys watched the Thursday draft stream, he was on here with me and AJ, and he is a starting pitcher. So let me see here, and this is from Otter, who is the GM of the Flamingos, and he's saying Rabbit Sponge. Oh no, we're excited to be able to grab Rabbit with the 4th overall pick. Rabbit is a great user with a league-wide renown, and will be a welcome addition to our maturing pitching staff and our locker room. So yes, I can say you bring in someone who has that knowledge and can provide that league knowledge to all the rookies coming in, and is someone that being in that locker room could really help. So you can't really go wrong, and I say a lot of times that round 1 you have to hit, especially these top few picks, and there's always that concern of how long they'll stay down, but especially for a pitcher. But I think the user outweighs a lot of things in this case.
Yeah, and I do want to say, for complete fairness to Chris here, Rabid would be the exact same thing as Bricksquare here. Now, starter is going to throw more innings than a reliever, but he was the exact same situation where it's like, okay, how long is he down? How long, whatever. I got the impression that he was going to be down longer than Chris was. It's one of the reasons Chris was, on my board, he was a bit lower than Rabid was, because I got the impression Rabid was going to be down longer, and that's just kind of how it is sometimes. Rabid brings great Rock Loom presence to the Makos, a lot of experience too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without saying too much, I have been seeing that, so I'll just say that.
Well, congratulations, Rabbit. Hope you enjoy your time in Florida, and so we will move on. And so next one, we actually have a GM here. The next pick belongs to the Brew City Bears. Now, Punk, do you have the write up that Jab sent, or did he not?
I have
okay,
him.
good. I wasn't sure. I don't know.
I'm
You
not
guys
gonna
are
read
talking
them,
to
but
each
I have
other,
them.
but so who knows, So,
Oh boy.
Speak from the heart, my man, or the center of the glass, I guess.
So I don't know what people do. So all right. So Punk, why don't you introduce your pick here and take it away?
All right, with the number 5 pick, the Bears select Willie Miller, Sebster. He, the moment he created, we knew he was one of our top targets. There's a lot of people in the Bears land that know who he is. I'm personally hurt by him though because he decided not to draft me in the ISFL in the DSFL draft. So
Oh no!
at this point now,
boy.
I've just actually realized that we made a mistake and drafted the wrong Seb here, I guess. So,
Oh wow!
Wow.
but yeah, he's definitely gonna be an awesome locker room guy. And again, I mean, him and Gordon Bombay worked for the London Royals in the DSFL. So again, we knew the moment he created, Gordon was like, dude, all right, we got to get him. So he was definitely near the top of it. And when he fell and the way everything worked out, it was our awesome pick. So now we're excited to have him on the Bears.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to chime in for a second, and then we'll move on?
Yeah, just one or two things. One, you can get your revenge by benching him the whole time. So.
Oh, that's fine. Yes.
Even though that's not allowed technically, but whatever.
Hammering,
We
kind
won't worry
of?
about that now.
No. Just get yourself enough actives. You could bench anyone.
Yes, exactly. Second of all, yeah, I was really excited to see that he was in this league. I knew him from WSBO, RIP WSBO. But yeah, I was again hoping to get him, but of course that did not happen. So I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Oh, by the way,
So
what
if
is the
anyone
render?
I was gonna say, if anybody's
I have
wondering
no
that
idea.
render, it is Piggle. The name is Piggle for that render.
Oh,
What is Piggle?
what's that?
From what?
I'm pretty sure it's a joke from ISFL for the Philadelphia Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ah,
All right.
that's why.
Well, I guess Kaya would know. So, okay. All right.
It's one of those things like CC and his busted teeth.
I don't
like,
know.
Is this one of those inside jokes?
Inside jokes. Okay. All right. Well, congratulations, Sepster. I can attest that Brew City is a great place. Jabs and Punk do wonderful work. So and I hope that you have incredible time there. So, all right. And the number 6 pick belongs to the Kansas City Hepcats. So, Mike, take it away.
Yes, as a man of very few words, I'll make this short. With the 6th overall selection, the first for myself is the head GM, and the first for the new Reno in his Hepcats tenure anyway. The Kansas City Hepcats proudly select Girth Poppy, an infielder who comes to us via way of the draft. Poppy's a big selection here at 6. We looked at things and we said, oh dear God, we need a catcher or we're going to die. And then there were no catchers besides the one who has 20 catcher ability. So I sweated through my shirt and thought that I was going to have to emergency switch to catcher. And then my dear friend here, Mr. Poppy, who I had a first round grade on anyway, was like, yeah, bro, whatever you need. I'd like to play catcher. And I was like, oh, thank God, please last till 6. I need you. And I got him. So thank Christ. But
Yeah,
besides...
you got way too scared. I never understood. Like, I was watching it and kind of laughing throughout the entire time.
Besides the, being the savior of our entire pitching staff and probably the season, he's a great guy. I really liked scouting conversation with him. And he was a first-round pick on my board. He was like the first guy I threw up on the big board and said, okay, this is our top target that wasn't a recreate. There was a former Hepcat on here who was like, oh, former Hepcat, first-round pick, right? No, and then this guy really impressed me. So he was our big board number 1, and then when he said he'd play catcher, he was our big board number 1 no matter what. Even if I had 1, still would have taken him. So welcome, my friend, and I will get you an LR invite because Reno's probably sleeping, poor guy. I will get you an LR invite when I'm done talking about you.
Yes.
Which is right now. Welcome to Kansas City.
All right. So, okay, let's move on here.
Oh, sorry.
Well, yes, Lumo.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say very quickly that I knew Poppy through the Houston Astros Discord.
Oh.
Yes, boo me. But yeah, no, I mentioned that to him, and he was like, hey, why not? And so I would like to say, first of all, thank you for accepting that. And second of all, I was very excited to see him come. I was also hoping to possibly get him, but of course that did not happen.
All right. Cool.
I'm sure you do great.
Dude, you just kept getting sniped.
I know, it was so rough to see that, and I was like, I wanted the chance to at least think about
Wait,
it at least.
So
like, okay,
Lumo
which
got
one do I
sniped
do?
6 times
Basically, well,
because he has a 7th pick.
yeah, basically, yeah. It's
You're just
tough.
greedy, aren't you?
Only
You
said
just want
about 4
everybody.
people.
Yeah, why not, right?
You're still greedy.
Yeah. Or at least
All
have
right.
the chance of it.
So, anyways.
So now whoever the 7th pick is, you were their bronze medal.
you-
No,
you-
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
I
no,
wouldn't
that's
say
not a
that.
bronze
kidding,
medal.
No,
What?
I wouldn't say
He's
that.
number
Don't worry.
7.
It's me.
Like this is his 7th choice. That's what he's trying to
Yes.
say.
No. Of course not. Of course not.
All
Don't
right.
worry. Don't worry,
Well,
whoever
would-
draft,
no.
I still love you.
well,
Don't
would-
worry.
would you-
We kid.
I know.
Would
I'm just
you like to
saying.
announce your 7th choice?
Yes. And he's actually in the chat right now.
Oh
Go to the
dear.
slide. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Jeff Filipowski. It's Cow Troy Red Flames. So we
Okay.
needed, as you probably have seen from our last year, we needed pitching. So we thought, hey, he had a great recreate in Remy Ratatouille, and I thought, I trust that he knows how to pitch well. So at least at this point, anyway. So, and obviously, as a GM, when we talked, not to say anything too much, obviously, but we felt comfortable with how long he would stay here, and so okay, you know what? Why not? Let's bring him on board. So welcome to California.
So just for everybody who doesn't know, Cal is the co-GM in the for the Death Valley Scorpions in the PBE majors. So like again, like you bring in someone who has experience to the locker room, can't really go wrong. Like I said, you kind of have to hit on these, and I don't know how you could hit better than so. So congratulations to Cal. I hope you enjoy your time in California. So, all right.
One thing I do want to
Yes.
say before we move on to pick 8, I can't remember. And this is gonna be like that really weird stats thing that they do where it's like really obscure. Have we ever had more majors GMs drafted in the first round of a minors draft? Because I kind of sat back and I realized
well,
you
you have to remember we got rid of something this season. That's why you don't recall. Usually they won't even be in the draft.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So that's why if it was we had
They
we
would have been
would
here like
yes.
2
we
weeks
would have
ago.
had like 4 last season. So
Yeah, I
Anyway,
guess you're
so-
right.
anyways,
Makes the draft more interesting. in my
it,
opinion.
it does. So
I didn't even think about that.
So we're at number 8, and the Louisville Lemurs is up, and they will select Xavier Crawford, a starting pitcher. User is Bend Over, and and his last player is Bend Over, who played on on the Indianapolis Apex as their catcher / DH for what seems like forever. And
Yeah, my battery mate for a long time.
Yep. And this is from Mitch, who is the GM of the Lemurs. Bendover was a Oops, come on, get out of the way. Okay. Bendover was a teammate with me on the Apex with his last player, who was a catcher and is a great user. Slam dunk pick for us here to get some SP help from a proven user that is a great locker room presence. So now, obviously, Mitch knew Ben from way back and been teammates. There's obviously connection here, and it perfectly makes sense for him to go to the Lemurs. And I can't say I've never been teammates with him, and I can't say that I know him that well. But Mike, I know you were a teammate with Ben for a while, so anything to say?
Yeah, Dover, at least in the PBE sense, it kind of seems to me, I could be completely wrong. He has a little bit broader reach in ISFL. But the user behind Dover, like the Discord user, he's pretty much contained to the locker room he's in PBE kind of deal. But I mean, he's good to have around in your locker room. Like he's not Mr. Everywhere like a Matt Baker or something. But he's good to have in your locker room. He's one of those guys that compare him a lot to another teammate of his. We do comparisons like the Major Def, He's kind of like Johnny Tsunami in that way. Johnny is kind of a guy who's like within your locker room, but he's great. Well, Ben's the same way. He's within your locker room, and he's great there in his role. And this is a nice first-round pick. Team needs some pitching, goes out and gets an ex-teammate. I had him on my board as well. Not in the first, I had him in a second, literally just because of my team needs, because I didn't need pitching. I needed hitters. So, picking up an old teammate that that's a commodity to you because you were in the locker room with him. You know what he is more than anybody else other than me because he was in Apex with you. Yeah, perfect pick.
Alrighty. Okay, let's move on. The number 9 pick currently belongs to the Dillos, and this will be a trade. Hey, yay,
Oh,
trade.
exciting.
So the Dillos received 12 overall, 14th overall from this draft, and
one.
a future third in season 37. And the Flamingos will receive this pick, number 9, and they'll get 19 overall, 29 overall, and the season 37 Amarillo 5th.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say, without giving anything away, there might be some pieces of this trade that we get back to later. Several times. And that's what I'll leave it at.
Okay, well, let's just let things play out. So,
Yes.
So I don't remember all the trades, so I didn't. I also didn't look at the full slides because I want to be surprised by the renders, and I realized I haven't been looking at the renders, so whatever. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just here clicking the buttons, so I want to be surprised like everybody else is because you know. So, anyways, so now the number 9 pick belongs to the Florida Flamingos, and they will select Zach Johnson Jr., first baseman. The user is Crunk. Crunk is a former PBE head office member. His first player is Jeremiah Crunk, who played on Nashville for his career. And a little tidbit: Zach Johnson was the Nashville's co-GM, and I guess he's just going to take Zach Johnson Jr. from him. So it's Zach Johnson Jr. and the user is Crunk. So, oh shoot, what did I do? Okay, all right, okay. No, I just click on
breaking
something.
things.
I'm breaking things on my own sheet that I need to read things off of. So, anyways. This is from Otter, who is the GM of the Flamingos. I'm ecstatic to have been able to grab Zach Johnson Jr. at 9 overall. Crunk is a longtime friend of the Flamingos, and prior to the draft, we thought there was no chance they would fall to us. Fortunately, it looks like our honorary Flamingo is a true-to-life fledgling now. So far, the Florida has picked up Rabbit and Crunk, so 2 strong recreates, and I don't think you could really go wrong with that.
Well, this is one of the interesting things, Lumo Punk. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but this was one of those things where you see Crunk at 9 and you're kind of surprised by it, and then you look at the draft and you go, oh, okay, well, that kind of all makes sense, but even still, it's just at number 9, this looks oddly kind of low, and then you look around and you go, oh, well, I mean, fine. Could have gone 2, could have gone 9 kind of deal. Nice heavy first round here, some good hitters.
Kudos to everybody else, because I really thought Crunk would have been a top 2-3 pick, easy. So.
And I love me some Crunk. He's awesome. Love the guy.
I think the other thing too, when it comes to the minors, is that there's some teams prefer to take new creates over recreates.
It definitely does.
So I think that kind of slides people down a little bit.
It does.
Hepcat's one of them.
So so Hepcats tend to, not always, but we have always tend to pick the new players. Just kind of always been the trend that we've had. But that's,
and of course needs is always a factor.
Yes,
needs. Maybe maybe you don't need a first baseman.
Yeah.
Which of course it's strange to say about an HO member, but still.
Well, that's his fault for making a first baseman. Okay.
Well, his goal, I talked to him, his goal is, I am here to hit home runs and I am here to do nothing else. And I'm like, great, cool, but will you grab a baseball glove? No, I refuse. Oh, well.
What is a baseball glove?
Well.
All right. So the 10th pick belongs to the Ranas, and with that pick, and this is what you would see. I'll tell you this pick will not end up 10th in the PBE draft. There's no way.
No
way.
No.
That would be the most shocking thing of all time.
If it drops below 2. If it drops below 1, I will be surprised. Anyways, this is okay. I'm gonna try to say this right because
No,
there's no way I'll say
Good
it
luck.
right. So
I could
the
try.
player
so.
is Josef Podolski.
That's
Okay,
good. I think that's how I would say it.
that's I was staring at
Podolski.
this entire
Something like
night
that.
from the prospect showcase. So anyways, the user is Magisu, and Maj, as I always just call him. For anyone who doesn't know, Maj, oh my goodness, what hasn't he been? He was the former commissioner of the league. He was the sim team I think head guru. He handles the treasury for the league. It goes on and on. And beyond that, he is a sim genius. He has had 2 Hall of Fame players, and just been absolutely dominant. And he took a few seasons off because he got busy in real life and finally decided to recreate. And we're ecstatic that he's back. So let me just read off what I have from Legion of Slugs, who is the GM of the Ranas. We're super excited to bring Maj, an incredible user, to our young team in order to strengthen our lineup and help us get back to the championship. We were surprised to see him fall this far, as this pick was a no-brainer for us. Glad to have him in Puerto Rico. The funny thing is that, his first player, which is Paulo Di Stefano. I don't know if he was ever in the minors. I gotta look back in it. But the second player, Paulo Di Stefano Jr., he was actually picked at number 25 because back then, at that time, the majors and the minors were drafted at the same time, and you could hit cap really easily, and you could get called up after one season. So everybody knew he was going to get there so fast, and he wasn't going to stay in the minors, and he dropped to number 25. So I think something similar might be happening here. But again, this is how good this first round has been, is that Maj, who really in theory should be a number 1 pick regardless, is number 10. So the Rana got themselves an incredible pick at number 10. So this is so kudos to the Ranas. And I mean, I've known Maj for a bit, and we rely on him a lot, and so I hope you enjoy your time in Puerto Rico, and best of luck with Podolski, and I am very certain that you will find a way to make him a Hall of Famer, and I would never know how.
And I mean honestly, like he's basically a deity around these parts. You talk to some of the vets, and the reason he goes to 10, because I don't know how long he's going to be here. He might be one and done, and then it's the weight of the commodity of the person. He's got, oh God, how many places to be. If he can devote some time to your place beyond this one season, it's beyond just the locker room, everything else that he does, it's an incredibly valuable resource versus, there's plenty of people who'd be down longer here. So this is it's that interesting strategy from Puerto Rico here that goes into it.
Yeah, I mean, you're really taking just best available by this time. So, all right, well, this is the first round. So, these are the first round players, okay? And we're moving on to the second round. So I'm going to leave this for a second. If you want to take a screenshot, have your fun with it, whatever. And we will
send pictures to your mom.
Send you a picture. Yes, mommy, I'm a first round pick. So, and then she'll say, I don't care.
Wow. Damn.
Do you think your mom really cares about about your fake baseball life? I know my mom wouldn't. So all right.
Harsh.
Just kidding. Your mom
Harsh.
loves you. Okay, your mom loves you. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So we move on to the second round.
You need to talk about something. You okay over there?
Hey, my mom loves me. I'm just saying, just she wouldn't care about my Sim League life. So, anyways. So number 11 is the Swift State College Swifties, and they will select Huey Freeman, starting pitcher. Billy Bolo, 53. The former player is Willie Colon, who has been had a stellar career. And
Peaked over 1900, right?
you gotta
Sounds
look at.
about right.
You could
There
probably
was
pull
the
up Joe
cheat.
Souza
Wasn't
thing.
he
Yeah.
like 1920 or something?
He got there really high.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'm trying to remember. I know he played on OBX towards the end. He was part of the OBX team that won the championship, I believe.
And DVS.
And DVS.
I
for a
remember
while,
him
and
for DVS.
So
Yep.
anyway, so he also retired. He retired a couple of seasons ago. I think he took like a season or two off, and decided to recreate as a starting pitcher. And is that El Duque? That's the
Maybe, it
that's
seems
Orlando
alright.
Hernandez. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, okay, so anyways, so this is from Beaver, the GM of the Swifties. A great user recreating as a starting pitcher, Freeman being available at 11 overall speak to the depth of this draft class. We had a good chat, and though I am concerned his stinky Dillo-ness may infect our Discord, he can't be worse than Dylan.
Oh, wow. Shot out of nowhere. Dylan catching strays.
Willie Colon's player was on the Dillos, and oh man, okay. I'm gonna leave it at that because we're gonna make fun of Dillos more. Okay, sorry.
Oh.
All right.
I approve.
Why not?
Kidding.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
As,
we approve
as a
of it.
note from Jurosu's post, Willie Colon was tied for third all time.
Tied for
6
third?
behind.
That's
Yep, tied for
amazing.
third.
What was the number?
1944.
Oh, that's insane.
Oh, it was
Okay.
okay.
That's
It's more than I
insane.
thought. Yeah,
there-
so again, like depth of first two rounds, really good, really solid rounds. Here at 11, we got a guy who are 1944 TPE. Like, well, how much of a solid earner do you want?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. All right. So the next up is the Dillos, who were their first pick in this draft, and I will say, Dak, I am not saying the last thing on what you sent me. I will read everything else but the last thing.
What did he send
that's-
you?
Wait, what?
So
Let me.
so the Dillos will pick Cali Alvarez.
Oh,
The
that's why.
catch. He's a catcher with the 22 catch ability. That's what.
Wait, I didn't
I'm
realize
kidding.
that.
The user is Uzi.
Yes,
and
he has 22 CM.
Wow.
and Uzi. Uzi's former player is Santana Cruz, former Hepcat. Who absolutely shattered the minor league WAR record in season 25. I think
baby.
it was absolutely destroyed it. We have had the pleasure of having him on the Hepcats the last time, and we love him to death there. And he's recreating as a catcher this time, and so this is what Dak, the GM of the Dillos, is saying. With the 12th pick of with pick 12, the Dillos look to add to their ever-improving locker room by bringing one of the most generous users in the PBA, and that is true because he makes incredible sigs and for people. So if you want a sig, like, just hit him up and so forth. He loves doing it. Dubbed the Sig Lord by Amarillo GM Dak. Cali Alvarez will step right into the DH role his first season, but adds a ton of flexibility in the future when Amarillo eventually gets hit with call-ups. Honestly, though, Cookie Monster only drafted Uzi because his favorite sig maker is now Cookie. Wait, what? Because his favorite sig maker and now Cookie can only pay a max of 1 mil for them. Okay. So okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So you get them cheaper. Okay, I think that's what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
now he gets all of his SIGs cheaper.
Okay.
I loved Boom. Boom was one of us.
Yes,
when I was
his Discord is
he's-
Boom, by the way.
The
so, yeah.
Discord is Boom. Yes,
Yeah.
that's how I know him. I usually know my guys by their Discords, not by their players.
Yeah.
to an actually terrible level where I look at Enoch and I go, "Hey, who is this?" They're like, "Oh, it's this. Oh yeah, I know who that is." Anyway, no, I love Uzi Boom, whatever you want to call him. I love him. It's awesome in the locker room. Great pick for the Dillos. Huge value at 12.
Definitely. All right, so we're moving on. The number 13th pick belongs to the Chicago Kingpins, and they will select Joanna Sahlberg. The user is Valpix, who's a starting pitcher. And this is what Tick sent me. We're delighted. We were delighted. Valpix was still on the board for our second round pick. She had a great scouting interview, and we've only heard good things about her. Projecting as a future top rotation arm, we're very confident she's going to be a great player for us and a big part of our rotation. So yeah, I've seen them on the rookie server, and seem very, very, very active. So that's always a good sign. And congratulations, Valpix, to going to the Kingpins. So, okay. And we will. All right. And the Dillos. No, that's not right.
What?
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
So, all right.
It is for
It
right
is.
now. Hang on.
I'm
It's for
looking-
now.
Yeah, the Dillos have the 14th pick. And they will.
Oh boy.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, wrap your head
that's
around
why-
this.
Yeah, that's. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Take a screenshot. I'm not going to read all of that. So you guys will
Would
figure
you
it
like
out
me
later.
to break down this
No,
mess?
let's not.
Okay.
Let's not and say we did. So
Okay.
whatever insanity I read your insanity in the war room, and I didn't stop you because I didn't feel like it. So I did mention that there's part of this trade that like I never really understood or why, but sure, but you know, why not? But everybody gets what they want out of it, and ultimately the Flamingos will get the 14th overall pick, which is the most important part of what we are talking about currently. So it's a 3-way trade. Wrap your head around it. So now the Flamingos will have the 14th pick.
That is Dak's
Amarillo.
fault. That is not my fault. Don't get what Enoch said wrong. I was approached. Okay.
All right.
I just
And the
made it more
16th pick goes to
complicated.
the Dillos, and the Capcats have the 19th pick. Okay, so with the 14th pick, the Flamingos will select
We'll already laughed.
Blair Boyant. He's the third baseman. The user is BJK Men. His former player is Rich Evans, who is a starting pitcher. Played on Providence. He played Providence and Maui. Those are the two that I remember.
Providence. I don't think
There was some. I
there's
felt like
any
there was
other
something else,
stops.
but
Indianapolis, I believe. I think it ended in Indy.
I thought there was
Oh
another.
yes, there is Indy in there.
Indy, yes, he ended his career in Indy. Oh, so he made a third baseman this time, and
Was a pitcher before. I don't know if you said that.
Yes, he was. I said he was a starting pitcher. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, does Dak know about the insane 17 trade that happened?
Oh.
One day we'll recount that pointless trade.
Didn't it all get negated by like the second go through of it or something like that?
I don't think it got negated because we ended up with a different pick, and we actually and we ended up with a different pick, and that pick ended up to be an active user that hit cap. So
Wait, are you talking about Beaver and I's masterpiece?
the masterpiece?
No.
Yes. Okay. Well.
Yes.
You,
Hey, I tried to do it again, but Beaver got busy and he didn't do it,
Oh,
and I'm
that's a
mad
shame.
at him.
That's a shame. So, anyways, so there's a masterpiece, and if anybody wants to ever see it, I will try to look that up. And Mike, if you could find it, and we will
Season
we will-
24.
maybe. So I don't know, somewhere
I
around there.
think.
So if you find that, and we'll post it in the rookie channel, and you guys could all glare at it and wonder why it was done. There's no reason. It's just because.
Oh, no. There is a reason. It's because this is quick backstory. This is when John Stradamus, who was the minors commissioner at the time, started tracking the draft picks like in a big sheet, like where minors HO had all the picks, not just us, the teams. And we just decided to make John's life hell for no apparent reason other than literally Beaver and I trolling him, and then like 4 people joined.
Yeah,
That's
it
interesting.
so yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Anyways,
Love you, John.
we digress. So
Yes,
getting back to this. At number
Yeah,
14,
good pick. Another veteran.
yes, another veteran. So Florida going with the recreates completely. So far. So we're excited to add a third strong user to our roster this draft. We believe BJK Men will mesh well with our locker room, while Buoyant joins Johnson Jr. in the outfield this season. So I guess he's going to play outfield for now. Congratulations. Have fun in Florida. So, Punk, are you still there?
I am.
All right. So you have the 15th pick. Would you like to announce it, please?
Sure. All right. So with the 15th pick, the Bears, Phil Donahue, FTR, who has come back to the league virtually 3 years after the last time they were here, I believe. So they created somewhere near the beginning. I think they created over 5 years ago when they first joined. And
5 years IRL, he means, by the way.
In real life,
yes,
not 5.
yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, 5 years, long ago, back when the world was different. But yes, so we're excited to get a starting pitcher, considering that was one of our main needs coming into the season. We ended up having 2 call-ups out of that. So having that, and then just having somebody, I believe FTR was actually the last create for this draft. So
Yes, he was the last guy pre-cutoff.
yep. So having somebody like that, and then I believe that he was also the Voyagers GM for a while. So
Yes, he was.
Yes.
It'll be interesting
Yes,
to
a while back.
assimilate him back into the league.
Yes. I have never met him. I've seen his name in the old defunct Voyagers Discord. But and so I really don't know much about him other than maybe Babs or Paz telling me little things. But yeah. So I think he just joined back into the rookie server. So best of luck in Bruce City to you.
Yeah, actually, when I was like trying to figure out who he was, because I saw what Colby said on his creation post, so I went looking, as I usually do. I went digging at the player profile. I asked Casey Colby, who was a commissioner in this league at one point long ago, about this guy, and he had nothing but good things to say about him, and said he was basically a savior of the Voyagers at one point. Was a good GM for him. So welcome back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I searched him up, and I was just like, when I first heard that he was like way back at like postseasons, I was kind of floored, because I was like, as a person who loves history, I was like, wow, this guy has been in it since the beginning. And I actually asked him a bit about his GMing time, and that was a fun conversation.
His second create is like season 9, like literally like
something like
5
that.
years ago. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's the player. The player has a retired number on the quote unquote ship of honor for New York. Pepe Alvarez. I believe that's the last name, but yeah,
something like that.
Something like that. But welcome back.
I would love in 4 seasons to somebody to do a podcast with him, if he'd do one, and talk about everything that's different from now to then. Like showing
that.
out of nowhere. No idea what happened in the last 20 seasons, I assume. That would be
I'd listen
fascinating.
to that.
Well, okay. So let's continue on, and the next pick belongs to the Dillos, and they will trade it away because why not? Yeah.
Billows traded a pick.
Yeah. What are you, the lemurs? Okay, so the Dillos received 20th overall, a season 37, Rana's third and Rana's fourth from season 37, and and the Ranas receive the players Styles Clemens and the 16th overall pick. So
This is the second Season 37 fourth the Bills have received. They're trying to collect all the Infinity Stones, which are Season 34 sevens, or
There you go.
Season 37 fourths for some reason.
It'll be amazing. So now that pick belongs to the Rana, number 16, and they will select Skylar Strobo Jr., the third baseman, and the user is Skyfish. Skyfish's last player is Perry Hodder. His previous player is Skylar Strobo, a Voyagers draftee from I want to say season 16 or 17 or something like that. I remember scouting them, and Skyfish has been around for a while now, and Hodder had a pretty good career with started out in Boise and ended up in Seattle. And this is what Legion of Slugs sent about Skyfish. Skylar Strobo Jr. We are super happy we're able to acquire this pick. We believe we have an amazing catcher for seasons to come for us. We're very aggressive we were very aggressive asking teams in this round in order to move up. Thankfully, it worked out after a ton of asking. See? All you need to do is ask. Skyfish is someone we think will make the locker room more fun. So, Skyfish, congratulations. Good luck in Puerto Rico, and get me that miners schedule now. You gotta finish that up. No. So actually, Lumo, that's on YouTube.
I've been working on that.
Go work on
done.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys go do your job. So.
Just remember, something has to be checked this time. That's all.
So no. I checked all of that. So we're okay.
And I can confirm it's good. So
we're okay. We're okay. We went back and I'm ignoring people who are trying to tell me how to do my job. So anyways.
Ooh, we'll talk later.
Exciting.
Okay. So yeah, I blame other people for this, not my fault. So okay. Okay, moving on. The 17th pick belongs to the California Firehawks, and they will trade it away because why not? So 17th overall, the Kansas City Hepcats will get number 17 and a season 37 California fourth. Are you going to trade that to Amarillo? Because
we'll see. No.
That's what I was
trade that to
say.
Amarillo. So anyway,
that's what I was gonna say, Enoch. Is they're trying to collect. I'm not gonna let them have it. I'm gonna keep this one for myself.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm selfish.
Yeah, you can't let them have the Infinity Stones. So
No.
And the Firehawks received number 19 and 29. So.
So that is the third time that those two picks have been traded.
Yep.
By the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We were involved in on
just okay
trades, I think too.
Yeah, to give some perspective, so this is 3 trade. There was a trade that got posted but was never accepted. So at this point, it was kind of a joke, like privately amongst us, that we weren't allowed to pick them. Like, we had to just keep trading it. Like, it was really funny. But anyway, pick 17, I was sweating my head off, and I traded down to 19. I got some things I wanted, and I was nervously shaking and very scared that my guy wasn't going to keep falling off a cliff and right into my lap. And so I nervously traded back up with California, thank you, Lumo, so that I could have the pleasure of selecting, to me, who is a first-round talent, please welcome to Kansas City, Jake Kulik Warren, JJ2416. Really good scouting conversation. I believe this was Charles that scouted them. One of my scouts had a good conversation with them on Discord. Then I went for round 2, had another good conversation. Felt like they were a great pick. Had a first-round grade, was under consideration of the first round, ultimately took Poppy in a first, thought about trading up 12, 13-ish to get him in the second, and then they just kind of kept falling, and I got back up to 17 from 19 because I was sure they would have gone at 17 or 18. So I got back up, got my guy, reminds me a lot of my first draft as a Poe GM all the way back in the day when now Cancun Toro GM Twitchy, who I'm very proud of, fell to me in the second round. It feels like same thing. I'm laughing all the way back to the bank again. So welcome to the Hepcats.
All right, congratulations, JJ. Welcome to Kansas City, and is that Daniel Craig? That's a very young Daniel Craig, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So pick number 18. Oh, before I continue, and I do apologize that in about like 10 minutes I do need to step away for like 5-10 minutes. So this is why Mike and Lumo and Matt and Punk will entertain you guys with song and dance for about 5 minutes. So okay. So
Hey, that wasn't in the contract.
yeah, it doesn't matter. So
it's all making sense now.
It doesn't matter. So you
to
just do
fire
what I
my
say. That's
talent agent.
if you haven't figured it out. So so number 18 belongs to the Louisville Lemurs, and the Lemurs will select. Oh, I'm gonna, even though that this name has been around before, I have no idea how to really say it. So I'm just gonna go for it. Is Dracokar Sanazo the second? So the user is Vic. His first player is, if you haven't figured it out, is Dracokar Sanazo, who was actually a regular on the Prospect Showcase because I kept using the player, he unfortunately went IA after creating and was a 100 TPE guy, and I think I used him a few times in the Prospect Showcase, but this time he's back, and I had the pleasure of talking to him a few times here, and seems like a really cool guy, so I but this is what Mitch sent. Vic is a user that I drafted in the now defunct WSBL, and is one of my favorite in all sim leagues. We had a WSBL podcast and just recorded our first episode of our new podcast, Uncle Charlie's Chin Music Podcast, last night. which he wanted me to be on, except he wanted on Thursday, and I could have done it on Thursday, but somebody couldn't make it, so he had to shift it on Friday, and unfortunately I couldn't do Friday because I was doing other podcasts on Friday. So anyways, last night where I had to bit my tongue throughout. Oh, this is from Mitch, where he had to bite his tongue throughout, so not to spoil that they would be a lemur. Very happy we were able to draft Vic here. So yeah, always great to have someone that you already had a rapport with, and you know that they want to play for you and be part of the team, and that's really important. So congratulations to Vic, congratulations Mitch for getting your guy there, and yeah, best of luck in Louisville. So the next pick belongs to the Firehawks. And Lumo, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, he's also in the chat as well. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce the name, so I'll just have you go to the slide if that's okay.
I will gladly pronounce it because
okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, it's Big Titty Smitty. Whatever the heck his name is.
Is H or Hypocrites.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we also, as you
H-O Hypocrites.
I didn't realize that. Good for him.
Good
see, BTS, I said it on stream and I did not mock it. I did not say it wrong. So happy.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, just like, if you noticed also, like in last season, we needed work with pitching. So I thought, hey, get a relief pitcher. Big Titty Smitty did great with his previous player Tuplan. I thought, hey,
H-O-R. Okay, fine.
Oh.
Yes, H-O-R, Hypocrites.
Yeah, okay, all right.
And I thought, I'm sure that he'll know how to pitch well. So I thought, hey, why not? So welcome aboard.
Yes.
And he could probably help your guys update too.
Yeah, yes.
And thank you for picking him so that Mano didn't have to give us a new updater. Thank you,
yes.
appreciate it.
But there's a joke, and so BTS been in the league for a while. His first player is JJ Windsor, who is a reliever. Play forever. His second player is Tuplan, who was a catcher for the most part, and eventually moved to the outfield for Boise. I joked with him the last time when he created, I refused to draft him.
No.
Because he was the Hepcats updater, and if I drafted him, that means he wouldn't be our updater anymore. And so, so while I need a catcher, I did not draft him.
My scouting board notes are as follows: good guy, knows the locker room, would be solid pick. Con, would have to find new updater, won't pick.
Yeah.
He is way more valuable as a. Yes, that is our rule now. Is that BTS is way more valuable as as updater than any player that he'll ever be for us. So well, anyways, congratulations, BTS,
Like,
going to
I don't want
California.
to make it seem like he's a crap player or anything. It is a good
No,
pick.
no, it's a great pick.
It's just, yeah, he's a great guy. It's just a rib.
So,
Yeah.
but we do love BTS. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I'm deadly serious when I say that he was valuable as an updater because of what he does do for, and how patient he is with the rookies and so forth, and how much he's willing to teach, and so forth. And I know we joke and he hates me for basically every season of how much I make him work, and but yeah, I do really appreciate him, and so it's great. I hope you have fun with your new player. So, all right, we're moving on, and the number 20 pick belongs to the Dillos, and
I don't remember if they traded this one.
I have no idea.
I
They-
think though.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not
Let's
sure.
see.
Oh, wait. I'm not.
They did
I
not,
forgot.
and they picked
Oh.
and they picked Joe Boris, who the user is General Jovi.
See,
General Jovi?
okay,
The
I
relief
either
pitcher.
wrote this down. I think it's Joey, but maybe I wrote it down wrong.
Well, oh, it is Joey. So
See,
Oh.
it's Joe
Wait,
on
hang
like
on.
our
Is
draft.
the draft board wrong, or is the
What he wrote down is what Dak put in is wrong. I think the draft board is right because that's what I
draft
had.
board is right?
I
I'm
think.
going to get to his
I
player
forget
page.
exactly.
Hang on a second. It
I don't even know where this is.
No.
It's
General
it's
Joe
with a
V.
V.
It
It's
is?
General
Yeah,
Joe V.
yeah, it's with a
Oh,
V.
so I'm just an idiot.
So
Okay.
so the draft board is wrong, and somehow
Okay,
they
so
got
it's
it
the
right
board
as
that's
a
wrong.
user here. So kudos to whoever figured
Let's
that
go.
out.
Nice job.
I thoroughly I really enjoy the render here because he's a relief pitcher.
No. It looks as well as he would normally bat, so that's great.
No,
With the
Dak,
baggy
it's
jersey.
not your fault. Well, actually, it might be your fault. You put in general underscore Joey, like Joey, So, so I don't know if you copy that from somewhere else. But you may have because the board itself was wrong. Oh wait, no, the board is right. I guess you must have
That's
typed
right.
that
That's
in.
right.
It
He
looks like
typed Joey, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had Jove. That's
Okay.
right. That's right.
Okay, well, doesn't matter. So
I mean, Joey makes more sense in your brain than Jove. So like, I
Well,
don't.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean,
you
I
think.
see why he
So,
did it. Anyway.
Anyways, so this is what Dak sent. With one starter and one closer moving up, we decided to pick up relief pitcher Joe Boris. Joe is new to PBE and eager to learn. He has been active on the forum, banking tons of TPE and already knocking out most of his rookie tasks. He will likely start in our bullpen and work with one of our pitching ninjas. You have ninjas to set up a build. To transition.
That's a Twitter Easter egg.
It is okay. Oh, pitching.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
pitching. Oh,
pitching-
yeah, pitching ninja.
Pitching
Yeah,
ninja,
yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, pitching ninja. Yeah.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I blanked out on that for a minute. I don't know why. Maybe it's just getting late. So
Old
to
man.
transition into I'm old. So transition to the rotation to some point if he chooses. Truth is, Cookie Monster is scared of life in the PBA without his BFF Bazooka Joe Norris. So General Joe V will fill that void. He will also become the first player in known history to have a chili dog clause in his contract.
Oh.
Apparently,
Oh, that's
apparently
right. This is
he wanted
this is
the chili dog.
Visaly on Discord or whatever. Yeah, he said he wouldn't. He put it in the rookie server when I was digging around for info and activity and stuff. Because this is the point in the draft where you're like, okay, like you're planning your next picks, who's active and whatever. This was the guy who said he didn't want to go anywhere that didn't have chili dogs, and I loved that. It was quirky and fun, and I liked it.
Where doesn't it have chili dogs?
I don't know.
Here's a
Isn't it?
fun fact: on the last Dillo's podcast, they
Okay.
talked about Joe Boris too. So
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Previews. Okay. All right. So I do apologize. I do need to run off for a few minutes. Full disclosure, I run off at 10 o'clock to get my daughter to go to the bathroom, or else disaster happens. So I'm preventing disaster, which might be already too late. So, I will be back.
Go get your kid.
So I will be back in a few minutes.
We can just play Russian roulette with the remaining picks.
You
What?
could you could speculate and just randomly say
Yes.
whatever you want.
Yeah. I still need to write that draft article where I pretend like I randomly assign draftees to each team for the first round and basically try to defend my case. You're like, why is he a first rounder? I still need to do that. It's better for the majors draft, honestly, because there's variance levels of activity. Oh, I can't do that, punk.
what?
Well, actually I can because I'm on a division rival. So yes, I can now.
What are you doing?
No, it was Punk was saying you need to slam on Scud more,
Oh,
and I was like, I can do
Everybody
that now 'cause
does.
I'm on Maui,
so
and he's on Vancouver, so
all right. So what are we supposed to do now? All right, so the way I see this, we can do one of two things. We can either keep going through the draft without the visual aid, and then just yell at Enoch until we turn blue in the face to like click faster, let's go. Like we can have just click through everything, or we can wait for the visual aid to keep us going.
I mean,
I'm-
we have the picks. We can theoretically just list them all out, but
I mean, do we want to do that? Because we're gonna need a consensus. They say ask forgiveness before you beg for permission, right?
it,
I mean, I
Or
wouldn't.
beg
I
for
wouldn't do
forgiveness
it.
before you ask
no, I
permission.
wouldn't. It was just
It
Oh, you
is.
don't want to
it
do
is-
it?
Remember,
All right.
it's PBE after dark, so whatever
Oh.
goes goes.
I mean,
True.
that's true.
I
I
don't know,
mean,
I'd
at least the
rather wait
chat's
for the
popping.
graphics.
You want to wait for the graphics? Okay, I
Yeah.
vote we just go. Bark votes we wait for the graphics. Lumo?
I will wait for the graphics.
Yeah,
Punk?
I'll go with
I
graphics.
like them, so.
Yeah, graphics.
Oh,
Yeah, here. Yeah, ask the booth. Let's go. Come on.
Oh yeah, we
Enoch?
can do that.
Oh, right.
Oh God. Oh
Oh,
God.
yes, I can explain the 3-team trade. So basically, what happened... Solar. What happened with that 3-team trade was basically some pieces needed to be moved, and the Dillos came to me and said, "Hey, we have an idea. Accept this." And I said, "Well, what am I accepting?" And it took me about 15 minutes to realize, it's a friend request for a group trade, you dummy. So then I got in there and we hashed it out, and basically the complicated part of it that I literally tagged Taco Shop, who is now a minors commissioner, and I said, "Have fun with this, sir." A 3-team deal, and basically the team that finishes worst, so that has the highest pick in the round in the third, of the Flamingos, the Dillos, and myself, the Hepcats, I will get their pick. Then the Flamingos will get the middle of the 3, and the Dillos will get the last of the 3. The Flamingos wanted 14, the Dillos wanted 16, and I took 19 to 29. And then I moved 19 to 29 up back to 17 because I wanted to get my guy. So in the end, it's like kinda-ish a 4-team deal. Oh, and I also replaced my S37 fourth in the California trade. So I like kinda-ish sorta like is sort of a 4-team trade. It's just that California like wasn't involved at the time.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah, I was just so stunned. I was like, okay, cool, that happened. Yeah. I hadn't even considered it until you came up to me and said, "Hey, do you want to make this trip?" Like, sure, why not?
Because trades are fun.
And they're
Yes.
probably
Oh
the two most traded picks of all time. And then the other thing, while we're waiting for the old man to come back.
Well, I'm back, so
Oh, you're here?
I'm here. I'm back.
Whoa!
I told you I could do this
Damn it!
quick.
I was gonna explain the 6-team traits.
No. Let's not do that here. No. Let's not do that here. We could do that on the rookie server. We could post that and give them a visual because there's no way.
Well, you said you were gonna be gone.
Well, I said a couple minutes. I didn't say we'll be gone for half an hour.
You said 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay,
That's a
well,
long time.
I do this fast now, so
Oh,
disaster
okay.
averted, and so I don't want to keep people
Good.
waiting too much.
It was,
See,
it
look
was
at you not
anarchy.
being
In the first
being a
5
good
seconds,
dad.
you were gone. It was crazy. I was
So,
scared.
You were scared? Okay, well,
I was scared.
fear not. So we're moving
Well,
on.
I said we should keep going, and we should just name them off and not wait and just yell at you to click fast to the graphics when you got back.
Well,
and they
that's
said we should wait.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
okay.
see?
All right. So,
I was right.
Dak, that would
In
be the
what I don't
Ranas.
know.
Nah.
In what? I have no idea.
So,
Wait,
all
what
right.
did he say?
Ask
That-
the
What the ship last?
Yeah, he's just trying to brag. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
You have a few more to go before you could catch up with a certain someone in this booth. So,
Oh. Yes.
okay. So,
You mean me?
well, yeah, you involved. So, well, he has one more to go to catch you. So,
No, well, okay, technically 2. He doesn't have a ring as a player. I count that.
oh, okay, fine. Well, whatever. Okay, so we're in round 3, and the Swifties have pick number 21, and the Swifties will select Drew LeBlanc, a relief pitcher. The user is Drewby or Drewby. I would say Drewby, I guess. So this is
To
what.
be or not to be? That is the question. Sorry.
Hmm.
I'll
Ba-dum-bum.
go away
Okay.
now.
He's here all week, sadly. So.
Wow.
All right.
Uh.
So. Okay. So this one, Beaver. We're quite pleased that some of the relievers and middle infielders we were considering in the second round were available at this pick. We decided to further bolster our pitching staff as LeBlanc showed well in our scouting, and he figures to be a crucial piece for us going forward. It helped that his least favorite team is the Dodgers as well.
Oh. Beautiful.
And Trevor Bauer, but yet
Oh, yeah.
Trevor Bauer is the render?
That's
gonna say.
interesting. That fascinates me.
I would assume it's Cleveland Trevor Bauer.
Oh,
I
that
don't know.
would
This
make
is
sense.
blue. This is the. I
But
think
the
they-
Swifties are blue.
well, I don't know. You look at his socks right now. It says Los Angeles Dodgers.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this. Look
That's
at the
probably
socks.
just a
Ah.
random photo of Trevor Bauer that they grabbed.
So, all right. Well, congratulations, Drewby. So welcome to the Swifties. So
By the
I
way,
hope-
we lied earlier. I think this was the last guy in before the cutoff. I think.
It might have, yeah. Well,
okay.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
But he was. I actually
Close
really
enough.
liked him. I was kind of hoping he was just gonna keep slipping down toward 26. But yeah, he's a good one. This is a really nice third round pick. On the side of the
Yeah.
Swifties here.
I totally agree. I was really hoping to get him. It was just basically between him and BTS, and I was just like, I'll go with the more established user. But I really liked him a lot. I was hoping it would go to 27, but that obviously did not happen.
Okay.
Yeah, we had tried to trade for this pick, but he said that he
You
had,
think
knew he
Beaver's gonna
wanted
trade
it.
You think Beaver's gonna trade a pick when it isn't a troll? Come on.
So I don't know. I think the Swifties need players, so I don't know how they're going to trade out of it. So, anyways, the next pick, number 22, belongs to the Anchorage Wheelers, and they will select Michael McGuffey, starting pitcher. User is Michael McGuffey. Go figure. So this is what Jimbo, the GM of the Wheelers, sent. We're in dire need of a starting pitcher. From what was left of them, of starting pitcher, we had to make a quick choice, and we will go from there, and hopefully they will pan out well. We will see. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to scout him. Obviously I wasn't part of the scouting, so I don't know if you guys know anything about
I mean, you should have been.
Well, I apparently I have other stuff to do, so you know.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I was kind of busy. So, anyways, moving on. Number 23 belongs to the Chicago Kingpins, and they will select Tony Vresinello, shortstop. The user is
Let me
Tony
guess. Sarah
Vresinello.
made this. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's Sonic. Okay.
Oh.
Sonic that made it. Okay, that's the other one. If it's a wacky render, it's one of the two.
Okay, so.
It's a spicy meatball.
Oh goodness. Okay.
I'm so happy to be in the Chicago.
So this is from AK-41, the GM of the Kingpins. Tony was someone we were keeping our eye on for the first 2 rounds of the draft, and we're elated when they fell to us in the third. Tony showed a team-first attitude during scouting and will likely look for a position change early in their minors career. Sure. And we can't divulge too many plans. Tony will be a large part of the Kingpins plan moving forward. Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, I don't think there will be small plans, right? So just kidding. So yeah, congratulations, Tony. And oh yeah, there's still the watermark is still on it. Yes. So
I mean, look, this is a really raw talent. You hope it doesn't come out, too undercooked. You really want to make some dough with these picks in the third round.
All right.
This is where.
All right.
This is where the
number 20
is sputtered.
All right. The number 24 pick belongs to the Anchorage Wheelers, and they will select Ira Clifton, relief pitcher, Solar. I'll admit I'm kind of surprised he went into third.
Me too.
Me too. From just activity alone, I would have thought, but again, it's a relief pitcher, so they get kind of random. I would admit that, and but from what I've seen, they set up a 6 shop and they've been very active on Discord. So this is probably a steal for the Wheelers. And this is from Jimbo. Make it stop, yeah. Jimbo, who said another need we found was that we had 0 active relievers. In all fairness, most the active relievers aren't really a thing in the minors, so you're lucky to have relievers. Solar made it clear they want to help in any way they can and seem determined as well to be someone who will go all out, and we will work on that as them being our ace in the pen. Or they mention a potential starting role, so we will see what works and try to get them what they want. So
Me fail English? That's impossible.
well, it's also probably the way I'm reading it. So anyways,
Well, it's one of you is the problem.
Well, yeah, probably. So it could be a combo of me and Jimbo. So yeah.
By the way, see, Solar, I'm surprised that is this low. I was trying to, not gonna lie, I was trying to move up, and he's like, "No, I want this pick." I'm like, "No, you don't. You want my stuff." No, I want the pick. Okay. I was like, "Oh man, really?"
Yeah. So as far as I know talking to Jimbo before, I mean that team coming in was pretty gutted, and they do need to rebuild from a foundation. So this is a great pick for them, and from what I hope for them is the locker room presence too, where they can help kind of solidify the start of Jimbo and Panda's GMing career there. So
it will hopefully last for more than 2 seasons.
So good luck on the wheelies, and by the way, this is I think this is the 3rd Jacob deGrom render, because I remember they told me there was 3, and I think this is the 3rd one. So the next up is number 25 is the Brew City Bears, and Punk, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, so with the 25th pick, we draft Jordan Gonzalez, Seb. Wait, another Seb? What just happened? All right, so here's
is that
what
all on
happened.
your draft board? You just have
it
Seb,
was.
and then just like, okay,
Seb
as long as your
one,
name
Seb
is
two.
Seb, the Bears will draft you.
So here's the honest thing though. So we realized after the first round that we drafted the wrong Seb, so we had to go back in the third round and take the right Seb. But the other problem too is Laser hates both of them now because of a mistake that was made before the other Seb started with this Seb. So it's a whole Seb sandwich. But we're excited to have another Seb to join. There's been they were pretty active in the rookie Discord, so we're excited to add them to the team and have Seb 1 and Seb 2.
There you go.
So you're gonna stop me from the pizza and dough puns, but you're gonna let him say Seb sandwich.
Yeah, because he didn't carry it on. He just said it once, so you just kept going. So. All right, this is getting silly. Let's move on. Number 26 belongs to the Kansas City Hepcats. So,
man?
Mike.
Yes.
Welcome to my streams. Like if you haven't figured it out, like this is, I'm on like I went from yesterday was an hour and a half podcast to 2.5 hour prospect stream, and then another hour plus podcast, and then now I'm doing this. So I'm getting a little wonky. So myself. So, all right. So number 26. Let's go.
Yeah, number 26, the Hepcats are proud to bring into the team Royalist Graitis.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that is. I have a lot of questions about those teeth.
That's the questions.
That's the question.
Yep, I guess, yeah.
It's
That's
that's great. Okay.
That render is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I just found that funny.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm crying. Sorry.
Okay.
But anyway, my notes on Royal Guarded here. I'm really happy to get this guy. I came into this draft and I went, okay, I really need 3 bats. So I went out and I got myself 3 bats. Royal Gratis. This was Lazy Mag who scouted him. So shout out to my army of scouts. Is from the conversation with Lazy Mag, he's a really good guy. Plays a lot of out of the park, which hey, always good to have. I will gladly bring more people into my player development team in Kansas City. Also, he wants to earn money, and if you can get a guy in the 3rd round who wants to earn $, absolutely fantastic. So, if he's going to earn, we hit on our 3rd last year. I'd love to hit on it again this year, and it's another middle infielder in the 3rd round, and I'm just going to make a habit of drafting stars in my 3rd rounds. So, welcome to the team.
Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Your guardiness?
Your
Guardiness?
guardiness. Okay.
Well, instead of Royal Highness.
Well, congratulations, Royal. I hope you have an incredible time in Kansas City. Moving on, pick number 27 belongs to the California Firehawks.
I hope you have
Umo.
a pun ready.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, I didn't think about that, but I see
Jeez.
why. Yeah, I know. Sorry. But we're gonna be selecting long ball. First baseman, Twinsman 87. Oh God, what the heck?
Oh, I
is
love this
that?
render too. It's an awesome render, Sonic.
So yeah, honestly, we were reaching the point in the draft where it was kind of difficult to pick people. So I just kind of went with who's been the most active as I could, trying to see their activity pages or whatever tasks they've done. And I also like the fact that he was a recreate. We needed bats. We've had some call-ups, so we figured, hey, let's get a batter that I saw on the page that could play right field, and we need outfielders. So I thought, hey, let's grab him. So welcome to the team.
All right. Congratulations to Longball. User is Twins fan. Best of luck in California. Moving on, number 28 belongs to the Puerto Rico Ranas, and they will select Carson Wozniak, a starting pitcher. Oh no, this is the 3rd. DeGrom. This is the 3rd DeGrom. Okay.
DeGrom.
Because it might be more. I was told 3, so maybe there's more. So, anyways, starting pitcher. The user is Jake Jujit. Okay, Zo 47. let's just say is that Jake from State Farm. So so this is Legion of Slugs, the GM of Thorana sent Carson Wozniak. We believe Wozniak has a ton of potential and hope to develop him as he could really become a quality starter down the line with his high velocity arm and within our pitching staff. Our scout Rabbit had great talks with him. Not Rabbit. Rabbit. This is the like a bunny. The user Rabbit.
Yeah, like a wackly wabbit.
Yeah. Had great talks with him. Okay. So, congratulations, Jake or Carson. This is a very nice screen there. So, being on the Ranas, and we move on to pick number 29, and that belongs to the Firehawks. So, Lumo.
Yeah, I would like
Does
to.
it?
Yeah, we would like to pick a trade.
There you go.
I tried my best to be like the Legion draft.
No.
Yeah, we thought at this point we didn't want to have too many batters. I don't want to have the situation where I'm having all the batters be active, and so we have a backup batter. I don't want to do that to people. So I thought,
Yeah,
hey,
that sucks.
yeah,
That really sucks.
I figured at that point there was a chance that there would be all batters, and if they got a reliever, fine, I'll pick one up. So I'll just play a bot. But I'd rather have less batters than more batters, basically. And so at the time I thought, and people had been looking for 27 or 29, and I thought, hey, people want my pick. So at that time I decided to reach out to Anchorage and say, hey, you want to get a future pick, because later on we might have some call-ups, so I wanted to hedge against that.
All right. So, Anchorage now on the board with pick number 29, and they will select Trey Tricky Martin, a shortstop. User is Trey Martin. And this is from Jimmo. Trey from scouting seemed to have the competitiveness and will to want to go out and max earn, and we felt here it was an absolute steal that they were in the draft. Don't know how I missed them earlier as well. I don't, but we swooped on in here with and got our player. So congratulations, Trey Martin, on they selected the Wheelers. And best of luck in Anchorage. And the 30th pick belongs to the Wheelers. So they get back to back, and they will select Boris Petrovic. The user is Chance the Slacker. Is a relief pitcher. Why are all the relief pitchers have bats? Okay. So this is from Jimbo again. We had some small talk with some small talks with Chance in scouting. Then through the grapevine, we were told they were also friends with Solar, who we drafted earlier, and figure why not get this group of buddies and have them potentially be our dynamic duo in relief. So yeah, I see Chance in chat, and yes, congratulations. And yeah, I could attest that bullpen is one of those things that is sorely needed. I have many times cried in the corner when and keep saying, if you look up in the Hepcats channel of bullpen is the bane of my existence. I think you'll find that many times. And so yeah, relief pitchers are sorely needed. So Anchorage got themselves a pair, which is very important.
Yeah, an entire league perspective, just like really quick to like zoom way out. This is quite good timing for there to be a bunch of pitchers in this draft, because in the minors we were running quite low, and we were kind of going, guys, are there going to be some pitchers soon? Anyone? Help! Yeah, we were low on arms, so this is great that we actually had some arms. Even though I'm taking any at this point because I needed batters, but just for the league as a whole, I was like, oh, okay, finally, arms. We aren't going to have to contract the league. Thank God. So, thank you for creating pitchers.
Yeah, I saw the pitchers collecting. I was like, thank you so much. I was like, we needed it, as you can see with our picks.
All right, so there's your third round picks, and we're moving on to the fourth round. And number 31 belongs to the State College Swifties, and they will select Willow Baxter, a relief pitcher. Fictini 87. and
Victini, I
Victini.
think, is the Pokemon name.
oh, okay. So
It's a Pokemon, yeah.
oh, sorry, give me just 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Joining, I think, maybe our 5th Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's Mega Blaziken and Psyduck.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, I'm not a Pokemon fan, so even though my PFE is Psyduck, I know absolutely nothing about Pokemon. So
Well, you just do it for the emoji, like
I do it
just
for the
Yeah.
emoji because the the Psyduck emoji covers so many things of how I
Yeah.
feel,
Oh.
and it could be used at any time. It's wonderful.
just kind of covers your whole PBE existence at this point.
Basically, yes. Okay, so let's see. This is from Beaver, Willow Baxter. We had a lot of players we were considering at this pick get taken in the third round. We had a lot of the players we were considering at this pick get taken in the third round, so we were stoked that Baxter survived. Wow, survived.
Wow, this is intense.
Oh, man, I didn't know they all dead. Oh, okay.
Right? Oh my God!
Man, okay. All right.
We killed them.
A further addition to our bullpen, and the Swifties love their bullpens. Baxter was the last reliever taken in the draft, but we think there's a very good chance he does not end up at the bottom of his position class. So congratulations to Willow Baxter getting picked, and we will move on to number 32. And Mike,
32nd pick, the Kansas City Hepcats bring in, and at this point, honestly, it's the 4th round. We're looking for people with a pulse. And we were happy to find somebody with not only a beating pulse, this disturbingly fits in well with Beaver's thing, but whatever. We found another nice user here. This is for our pick. Oh, wait a minute. I just lost everything. Hello, can you still hear me?
Uh-oh.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. My computer just like broke. We pick starting pitcher. I also lost my voice. Starting pitcher Herman Schwartz. The user
Oh my
is
goodness.
Oh no! Wow. I should have seen that coming.
Cornhub. What did we do? Oh my God! Why did
Well,
you do that, Sonic?
My eyes. That was too quick.
Oh, the Cornhub 69. Honestly, I was just gonna ignore the Cornhub part because the conversation didn't involve any of that, but I guess Sonic just decided to do that.
Oh, Sonic went out swinging.
All right.
Well, thanks,
yeah,
thanks, Sonic, for all your service to the league.
But yeah, this is my notes from JD Recker, who's one of my trusted scouts on Cornhub. Seems cool. New to Sim Leagues, would prefer to be a starting pitcher, and absolutely, we need those things. We have 2 inactive starters right now. Finding a starter in the 4th round, are you kidding me? Fantastic. So yeah, welcome to the league. I hope you're not as corny in Kansas City as you are in your render, but welcome to the league. You know, it's corn.
It's corn.
A big lump of knobs.
All right.
Now I know why it's PB After Dark tonight.
Well, it is so I chose
God.
right. I did choose right. So okay.
Yeah, you did.
So number 33
Sonic
belongs
just got
to
his
the
name taken away.
number 33 belongs to the Chicago Kingpins, and the Kingpins will select the Jasper Probenkroos, or I'm sure there's a way. Oh,
Jasper Probinkrek?
I have to go back and watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I have to go back and watch what.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I assume that's where it's from. It's from Key and Peele's.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But I don't remember how it was pronounced. So.
Somebody's fire alarm just went off. I hope no one's house is burning
no,
down.
that's just my house alarm. So.
Is someone breaking into your home?
No, it's
You
the other
need
way
to
around.
know.
My wife, just set it on, so
Oh.
it kind of beeps. So
Okay, well, at
anyways.
least no one's breaking into your house.
No, not tonight. So, all right. So the user is Speculo, and he's a third baseman, and this is from AK-47. Probencrux is someone you're going to need to watch out for on the base pass. With their blazing speed and outstanding contact ability, the Jasper is going to be an offensive threat. Most likely starting their rookie season at DH, Probencrux looks ready to make an impact early in their career. So congratulations to Speculo. And we will move on to pick number 34, which belongs to the Florida Flamingos, and they will select Leonardo Costa, the starting pitcher. The user is Litton Leo, and I don't have a note for them. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Let me just go quick look. I don't have a note for them. Yay. Okay. So we got nothing. So congratulations to Leo. And hey, Tim Lincecum. There you go, huh? Okay.
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen him in a while. Okay. So congratulations to Leo. Best of luck in Florida.
Hopefully does better than the end of Tim Lincecum's career.
Oh gosh.
Number 35 belongs to the Bruce City Bears. And Punk, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah, we can just click.
And Bruce City trades this away, and they will pick up the season 36 Anchorage fourth. And,
No way!
And the Wheelers, who I assume needs every player known to man, receives this pick, which is number 35 overall. So the Wheelers is on the board, and they will select Rex. Oh, that's awesome. Rex Fuller, center fielder. T-Rex Vis is the user. So, and this is the note from Jimbo. Rex, we're in need of bats. Rex seems like a nice scheme fit for us. They didn't really respond to scouting, so hopefully they will get to chat with them now that they're drafted to a team. So, so Rex, best of luck, and hopefully they find you on Discord. All right.
I have to imagine that T-Rex is a pretty good hitter.
I don't know. They got
Oh,
really
that's
stubby
all I
arms.
know.
No, he can't. Well, no, but that's the thing. He can't get the bat head through. He's got the tiny. The arms are too short.
I don't
I
think
guess
they would be
it's
good
less.
batters. So unless they're using their mouth. They
Oh.
just swing, grabbing the bat and
Yeah,
just swing that way.
technically.
So,
Or
alright.
the tail.
Was that legal though?
No one said it can't.
I'm gonna protest. I think I'm gonna protest that when the season starts.
I mean,
We're gonna
you
let
could,
Taco decide.
if you could swing a bat with your mouth, I would want to see that. So
Although then again, we did have a literal cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter at one point.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I'll make it legal. Number 36, Kansas City is up. Mike.
Oh, hey, look, it's me. Hi, everybody. Haven't heard from me in a minute. At 36, the Hepcats select Logan Rayner. Loger, a second baseman.
Ooh, I like that.
So a lighter conversation on the lighter end for me. So hence the 4th round pick here. But again, 4th rounds, actives is what I like, and actives is what I like seeing. And this is our 5th player in the draft that I got. It is active. Had a scouting conversation with myself or one of my team, and I'm very happy about that. And it's yet another bat, so we don't have to use any IAs or bots this year in the lineup or the pitching staff. Well, not IAs for the pitching staff. Really no bots in the staff and no IAs in the lineup. We got a full team, and I'm really happy about it.
Yep, that is important. Okay, so now number 37 belongs to the California Firehawks. Lumo.
Yeah, Shaka does another trade.
Hey.
Yeah, we needed more pitching depth, and they approached us and said, hey, basically this is a person I actually helped get appointed with the league when I was helping with the runners. And
Nice.
they basically said, hey, you need pitching help, here you go. And I basically thought, hey, I can help him hope we keep active. I believe he's actually just came back from a thing he was doing. So
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
yeah. So if he's here, welcome.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so now number 37 belongs to the Ranas, and they will select Rutherford False. Center fielder. User is Freedom Beef. Yeah, Freedom Beef. Unfortunately, I don't have any notes on Freedom Beef here, so they are a center fielder, and that's pretty much, unfortunately, that's pretty much what I have. But best of luck in Puerto Rico, and we look forward to hearing from you. All right. Next up, we have the Louisville Lemurs at 38, and they will select Slim Jim, a second baseman. The user is
tasty.
Bra on board.
Bruh, I'm bored.
Broad on board. Okay, and this is what Mitch has to say. Bra on board is a user that is new to Sim Leagues, where they aren't the GM/manager. Already has a decent amount of OOTP experience as well. Really excited to add them to our middle infield to replace Director as our starting second baseman. So the Director is his player is Albies. Forgot the first name. It's really long. And they just got called up to the Sloth, so definitely need a replacement there. So best of luck to you, Slim Jim, and we will move on to number 39, which belongs to the Brew City Bears. So Punk, would you like to take the honor and talk about this one?
Sure. The wheel wills as the wheel weaves. So when it comes to number 39, the Brew City Bears are drafting Uri Bank, I guess. Jiggly 333. Uri brings impressive power from the right side if you've taken a look at him. So it'll be interesting to see if they can hit any home runs out while making contact with their T-Rex arms. But as Jab says, long-term users may remember Jiggly as they helped create the first PBA team in Milwaukee. The Swans played from season 5 to season 9 and were a big part of the inspiration of bringing a team back to Milwaukee when Brew City was created.
Yeah, so best of luck in Brew City, Jiggly, and he has been around in Sim Leagues for a while, so someone that definitely knows how to earn. So we'll see how all that goes. So moving on, free channel point thing. We don't have mods for this.
You don't?
Well,
Jimbo's here.
Well, Jimbo's here, but I didn't ask for mods for this. I mean, what are you gonna bet on? Like, what would the prediction be?
Bet the position, but yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Atticus here too. I forgot.
You people when you're gambling addicts, so I don't know. So I'm not gonna. All right. So number 40 belongs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh.
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 Okay.
Good.
Number 40 belongs to the California Firehawks. Lumo, take it away.
Yes. Yeah, so we had just one more hole to fill, and at this point we just kind of came up with whoever we could find. So we decided to go with Cody Winfield, I believe.
Cody Winfield.
Second baseman.
Wow.
We thought, hey, we could fit him in as our DH, or just really anywhere that he had placed and try to rearrange it somehow. And so hopefully this means that we'll have a full batting lineup active. So
all right.
That's exciting.
All right. Congratulations to Cody. Sporty Terp is the user, and this is your 4th round. So best of luck to everybody there. We're moving into the 5th round. Only 2 more picks left, and 41 belongs to the Swifties, and they will select Jack Yardis. The user is Senix, and first baseman. And I don't have any. Right, actually, let me just check. Do I have anything? Yes, I do. A 1 post inactive, which generally does not bode well for return to activity, but should happen. Yardis is a strong starting build to grow from. As prevalent as big men on campus are, you always find room in your lineup for someone who cracks dingers. So yeah, one post doesn't really mean anything. Sometimes we've had people who really had no idea what was going on, and then they come back. So if you're watching this, hey, we're all here to help you succeed. So come, and any questions you have, that's why that rookie server is there. So best of luck.
Hey, I was a one post IA at
You were a
one
post.
point. I was one post.
You were
one post for 2 days.
Yes, you were
And
a one
look
post.
at me
IA.
now. Yeah,
Yes.
and everyone wishes I stayed that way. But
So,
that's beside the point. You can still be successful after being a one post IA.
All right. So the last pick of the draft will go to the Wheelers, and they will select Odin Atkins, a center fielder.
Right.
Huge Odin 1 is the user, and this is what Jimbo said. This was the last pick in the draft. We think they still have the potential to turn around and be active, and hope to turn them into that story of the player everyone passed on and will soon regret doing so. So I personally would love to be the last pick and just to prove everyone wrong. But let's see what happens with them. And
Bro, you were gonna have like multi to do that. I don't know how you're gonna manage that.
Well, I mean, I don't literally mean me, but I'm saying it would have been cool to have that experience, like that deep sleeper, like what Eldorian was, that insane 9th round pick, and we plucked him from the abyss, and type of thing, but yeah, so that is your season 30, well, the class is season 36 minor league picks, and welcome to the league. I hope I know we ran kind of long on this, and we're kind of being uber silly, which is fine by me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the draft experience, the scouting experience. It is very unique, and
that's part of sim leagues.
it's
Some
part
would
of sim
say.
leagues, and you guys and take and this is my advice. This is my honest advice to all you guys. Take your time to learn the league. It may be daunting at first, but I promise you, it's all about routine. And once you get that down, and there are a billion people to help you, so don't feel like you can't ask questions. And there are no stupid questions. Trust me, it took me 3 weeks to figure out my update page. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure most people can figure out way faster than me. And so yeah, no, BTS, I can't help you. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, have fun with it. You guys are around teammates, and you just try to, like your the Discord and so forth is a great community. This is a great community, and we intend to improve on it. And that's. So I hope you guys really enjoy your time, and especially this first season where you guys should just keep learning and keep growing in the league. And in a few weeks you're gonna be reached out. The major GM is gonna start their scouting and reach out to you guys as the season comes to a close, and that will be another experience. So I look forward to speaking to all you guys when that time comes. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, like I said, that rookie server is there, but I don't mind getting DMs from people, and I'm certainly there to answer questions as well. But in terms of what you need to what to look forward to, tomorrow we have our season 34 awards. So the awards always is a great place to kind of learn about the players of the league. And spring training will start. I'm sorry, I actually forgot one stream in between, which is the Tahini Classic, which I believe is on Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, right? Let me triple check that.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday. So what the Tahini Classic is a one game like NCAA like tournament, but it's one game, and it consists of all the teams. That's majors and minors, and because it's one game, literally anything can happen. So that's the fun of it. And if you haven't had the chance to, there is a bracket you can fill out to try to win some league money. So I would suggest to go do that. I mean, no work and potentially win some league money. And so and that will be Tuesday. And on Thursday, spring training starts, and you see yourself on your team for the first time. The spring training day 1 and day 2 is on Saturday, and then we move on to, and then the following Tuesday on the 13th of September, that's when the regular season starts. So it moves on really quick. You should be getting invites from your GM to the team locker room if you haven't already, and your players should, if they get moved to the proper place, they should get updated if you have done updates. But I would take your time to ask your GM on how to build your player. So
that's what we're here for.
Yeah, trust me, like if you never had any this experience, it's difficult to build a player, and because there's some things that you would think that, oh, I'm just gonna do this, and it will never work out for you. so I do go ask your GM and try to figure it out. There's no guarantees of anything, but yeah,
I've told this a billion times. If it weren't for Enoch sitting here, I'd never be as deep in this league, and I wouldn't still be here, and I would have been a one-post IA. But we had a 2-hour conversation on a Sunday night, and he explained the league to me, and I was off and running. So that's when he was a minors GM way back when, and then I was his like a season and a half later. So but that's what we are here for. The example that Enoch set for me, I enjoy being to other people. That's why I'm a minors GM.
So,
and
yeah,
that's why we're all here. We want to develop you people.
Yeah, so it's
And give you a
fun to be
hand.
around, and so there are a ton of people to help you guys. So really, be active and do ask questions. And trust me, it's not that hard. Like, trust me, it really is not. So I
ask away, but it's really not that hard once you figure out the forum, basically.
Yeah, even then, but so that's what we kind of have in the docket for the league. And am I missing anything? I don't think so. But
you said awards, Tahini, and then spring training.
That's from So So enjoy your new teams. Get to know your teammates, and we look forward to seeing how you guys play this season. It's exciting. And so anything else you guys want to add before we hop off?
Welcome to the league.
Yes.
Excited to have you here. I hope you're all active and all enjoy yourselves. Please do enjoy yourselves. It's fun first.
All right. So thank you for joining us on this late night of streaming. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And have a good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.